Okay, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter if you celebrate, or a good Passover, or just a wonderful Sunday. Hey, so Jen, how's my audio right now? Is it good? Hello, Dr. Irrefutable. Alright, sweet. Well, I think I am done with this boy, so I was going to start painting the rim. So I have my other boys, except for two of them out, because I want to paint those two last. So, here's what I'll ask you guys. Which would you rather see me paint? Would you rather see me finish up the grot? Yeah, I brought it in a little bit closer for these smaller guys. So should I paint the grot, the bomb squig, the burner boy, the rocket boy, the breacher boy, the comms boy, or just another boy? Because otherwise I got the Dacker boy, and then the knob, who needs to be painted still, but they's off mucking about. We's gonna save them for last. It's time to moix to paint. Think I was using fresh blood for the red? I guess we'll find out. Alright, there's one vote for the burner boy. Hey, Ink Deplorable, thanks for subscribing. So just working on the rim of this guy. Hey, not much, man. We're trying to figure out what orc boy to work on tonight. Hey everybody, this is my cousin. Actually, I had painted, some of you remember, back in Hallowed Antiquity, I painted a Frazetta, basically Conan and a princess for him. And I finally got it to him this Easter. So, it only took, what, 2 years? I'm glad you like it, man. Your dad was trying to hit me up for more Conan stuff, which I'm trying to find some stuff. Tell him to look at his phone and answer me as far as what he likes. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, since I got an actual vocal vote for one of the burner boy, I'll go ahead and get him in here. That's hard enough. Okay. Alright, at least it's not just my problem. Okay, so one fun thing I've noticed with the Burna Boy is he actually, in some of the art, let's see if I can kind of point this out to you guys, there's quite a bit of, like, burn scars all along this arm. So, let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun putting on some burn scars on there. Actually, I'm going to look at one of the pictures of the Burna Boy. Yeah, and actually, see right there? Got some interesting scarring on there. So, see if I can find a better picture there. I'll just leave that one up off to the side and just keep referencing it. Which is probably will happen anyways. Yep, so... Okay. Actually, let's just put that right there, so it looks like I'm looking at the camera. If it'll actually stay open. Kind of. Actually, what I'm doing here is just using a very thin down flesh tone. I might actually even go over this with a diluted wash of, at least make a glaze of the other paint. Just kind of make the scar look like it's kind of faded in. Hopefully you guys are seeing that just fine. You can tell this Burna Boy has mucked them out around quite a bit with flame. I know it doesn't look like I'm adding much right now, but trust me, it's there. Alright, cool. Well, of course it'll be clear on your screen, so Jan. You're watching on what, like a 60-inch TV? Again, details. And I don't think there's... Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, there's a little bit on the hand here. See, look at that. That actually turned out pretty good just doing that. Otherwise, realize that left side of his right side is good. His left side, it's been toasted up a little bit. I don't think there's any others underneath. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, because I'll just throw a few paints on the ground too. So I think I've used this auric flesh on quite a bit of this. I'm going to do a very thin down glaze and go over these scars just to make them look faded in on the edges. And ink deplorable, that is the moixer. It mixes paint up for me off to the side, so that's what that is, and that's what causes my entire screen to shake. Pretty neat, huh? He threw it on the ground. Yeah, man, it's pretty badass. Part of it is thanks to Sojan in chat. He actually built this desk I'm working on right now. So, a lot of the miniatures you see that I paint are for him as payment of the desk. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do myself a favor and bring up a picture of the Burna Boy over here. You can tell the mic is listening too, because it just requested that. Hey, and I found out that there's a rapper called Burna Boy. So, hey. There we go. Well, there's a rapper just called Burna Boy, but he's not an orc rapper. Because Orcs is made for rocking, not rapping. Get out of here with all them silly bits. He very well could be a commando. Alrighty, so for the pants, I didn't see it in that picture, but that meant he could very well have been wearing purple. And it just snuck by me. Okay, looks like I'm gonna go with darker brown for the pants. It's the problem with some of these Citadel pots. Trying to use them in the moixer, they don't really moix very good. Yeah, and that's how they get us. Do you want an orc wog? Because that's how we get an orc wog.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. How's it going, Ty? Thanks for swinging by, bud. And if I start to drift off camera, because I'm trying to keep it in picture. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, come on. Do you even have to ask me that question? Of course I'm going to watch it. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ty. It's only Monday, man. Unless you have more of a non-traditional week. But yes, I am going to be watching the hell out of that Kenobi show. I am, like, super stoked for it. Well, at least here, Ty, you can kind of sit back and watch me paint, talk like an orc, and talk about, well, about the Kenobi show right now, or anything else, too. No, just so you know, too, cuz, yeah, I've loved The Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett was okay. Definitely Mandalorian season 2.5. Let's see. What else? What'd you think of it, Sojan? What'd you think of the new Batman? Honestly, I thought he made a great Batman, and he was an okay Bruce Wayne. Yeah, and they're also going to have Anakin in this. Yes, I know they're technically the same person, but no, there's going to be flashbacks to the Clone Wars with Obi-Wan and Anakin. Okay, and there we go. Oh, watching it tomorrow. You'll let me know on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to use some Dungeon Gray on the boots. I'm going to try a different color because I think I've been using Dragon Black. I think. Well, maybe I'll mix a little bit of Dragon Black with it. Which I think I may have just accidentally made German Gray, which I have a whole bottle of that color. Yep. Oh well. Yeah, I definitely want to check that one out too. Looks about right up my alley. Oh, have you guys seen the teaser trailer for Thor, Love and Thunder yet? Ah, yeah. You know, I laughed pretty good at a few of the moments in the trailer for Love and Thunder. Yeah. His belt painted. You know, which in hindsight I'm probably using way too many colors for just one model. But hey, why make it easy, right? Hey, Golden Ghosty, thanks for swinging by. Yeah.
These orcs is made to have the flashiest gits, but they's also the sneakiest. So they's gonna sneak up on you, get the gubbins, and then use the lessons of the teachings of Gork and Mork and be brutally cunning and smash you with a rock.
Well, but, so man, I was gonna say, oh yeah, and you should heal yourself now, Ty. Turn up. But they seem like they're gonna go 80s-tastic with this, so it's a perfect time to have a montage to get to buff Thor. Yeah, cunningly brutal or brutally cunning. Whichever gets the job done. Yeah, see? Gonna have a power montage. Okay. Hey, and you know what? For the rope, let's use the color hemp rope. Of course, we'll put a wash over this just to kind of tone it down a little bit. But most of you already knew that. And yeah, for those of you not in the know, I'll just say that on stream. I did sell my house on Saturday. Yeah, final countdown. Did sell my house on Saturday. Got as much as I wanted, or, you know, at least hoped that I would get for profit from it. So, as of June 1st, I will be moved in with delayed capture. And streams will continue. And streams will continue here up until right before I move, and then we already got a spot picked out for me to get my desk moved to, and she is totally on board with me continuing streaming when I'm there. So the only thing that will change is what's behind me. So, and hopefully I can get everything set up right away so that way I can start painting that first Monday. But if not, I'll keep you guys in the know. Yeah, like that Memorial Day weekend, I could probably use some help with moving, because I took that Friday off, and so like Friday and Saturday, because I won't have the girls then those days, so those will be like the big moving days. Okay, and since that is, let's get good old 6-shooter out for part of the helmet. Yeah, she has a projector screen downstairs, but that'll be mainly for the PlayStation. Oh, I'm going to need the pokey tool, aren't I? Well, I appreciate it, Ty. I know you would. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. Was it good for you? All right, will do. No, this is...
It's a trap!
This is a 6-shooter from Turbo Dork. It's actually metallic. But it looks kind of like the German gray. No, this is just a darker metallic. I figured this would work for at least the base coat on his mask, and then I'll work up to a few other colors. I need to just stop messing with it and let it dry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. It is. Let's see. Okay, sorry if I'm lagging a little bit, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. So, all right. For this, where is? Thought I had a rusty red. I do. It's right there. Oh, actually, whilst I'm thinking about it, another coat of the red on here, so that way they move faster. Plus, I gotta say, though, Ghosty, a lot of my sounds aren't kind of jump scare sounds. Or at least not just suddenly loud. Oh, thank you for following, Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon. Plus, I figured I already had a lot of like blue and black painted bases. So red would be kind of a good, fun color to contrast. Alright, so we're going to put rusty red all over this. Excuse me. Well, I might as well paint the bricks because that's what color I've been painting the bricks to. So, let's just... And crispy bacon, and, Ethan, if you got any questions while I'm painting, man, guys, feel free to ask. Hope you don't mind if I use your real name because I couldn't remember your screen name.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
Most impressive.
So yeah, again, I know my regulars know if they have any questions, just to feel free to ask. So I feel like I do a pretty damn good job of keeping up with chat. So if you got any questions, comments, debates, or just general nerd stuff you want me to talk about. Okay, well this one right here, this is the Citadel STC. This is their new synthetic brush. I got, what, 2 of them? 1 of them? No, I got 2 of them, just to give them a try. It is pretty chill. I will give it that. Kind of like to have that atmosphere. I mean, hell, you know that. You've hung out with me drinking quite a bit. Or not quite a bit, just enough, though. But, yeah, I use a lot of Army Painter brushes. I use Citadel brushes. Kind of the devil that I know. I do have... I did back a Kickstarter for some Kolinsky Sable brushes, which I use them every now and then. Mainly for detail work, but if I'm going to be doing... you know, something like this where I'm just slapping on paint, like Citadel brushes or an Army Painter ones that are just wider, are really good to, like I just said, slap on the paint. Good, though, they start out, let's see. So here's the other one I've got. They even then I've used it. They start out white. They will never look clean ever again after you use them. Because those synthetic bristles just hold color in them. And, no, these are all primed. They have a base coat of black with a white zenithal highlight. They work good though. Though as you can see, this one, here, let's get it to try and. It's already getting that synthetic brush hook on it, which I saw there was a video how to take care of that, but yeah, I really don't care. I kind of just learned to live with it. But no, generally I do not paint straight onto plastic. I will at least always do some sort of base coat. Though, I will annoy some people. Yeah, like the Army Painter. Yeah, like these. You can see where the bristles were white, and even though I have cleaned these, you definitely see where the paint has been. Some people say you should wash your minis before you prime them. I generally don't, and I don't run into many problems. Sorry. When I don't, because generally I'm priming with an airbrush, so it actually kind of is a thin enough coat, and if it doesn't stick or doesn't puddle, or if it puddles, well, I just hit it again and hit it again with a few thin coats, and that should do it. Alrighty. And let's go ahead and get all of those. You know what? Not going to put another color in the palette. I'm just going to use the hemp rope. Yeah, 2 thin coats. Which I am looking forward to getting those whenever they ship to the US. And Ty, I did talk to my favorite local gaming store, Geek Room, about when, because for some reason they have like a major delay with getting the Army Painter speed paints in. Because I know you said you'd like to hear my opinion of it, so I have not forgotten. It's just I haven't gotten them in yet. And they say they're talking to their distributor like every day going, what's the deal? So they are just about as annoyed as I am. But I'm not annoyed at them. I'm annoyed at their supplier. Because apparently there were some shipping delays with all of that. So I was actually hoping that I could get some by Wednesday, because I'll be doing some batch miniature painting with a buddy. But I have been impressed with Dawn's experience with them. So, makes me a little bit more excited for them, which kind of makes me a little bit more impatient, you know? Yeah, that is literally Rusty Red from Reaper. So, there's that actual rusty orange color. Okay, now get a few rusty pipes and stuff like that going here. Let's go with the old reliable of metallics with lead belcher. Kind of like the PVC. Yeah. Well, don't worry. This will look all kinds of mucked up here. Because, of course, I can't not use a wash over all of this. And actually, I'm going to probably be pretty economic with a lot of this and hit like the pants, the boots, all of this with Agrax Earthshade.
Yeah, orc not made of money. But boss, I only got so many teeths. I can only afford so much. If you ain't walking, you ain't earning.
Sorry, guys. Prime coats help with shadows at all? Oh, it does initially to kind of tell me where the shadows are at, but then I do some thin coats and then some washes over it. Which again, I keep talking about washes, which I'll do one, I promise. Just don't know if I'll get to it today. And Golden Ghosty, well, I'm just kind of trying to slap enough paint on these guys to call them done. So it took me about maybe 2 hours in Orc, but that's only because since I know it's for kill team and it's a little bit more squad based, and you know, there's fewer models on the field, so there's more of a chance to actually look at models. I spend a little bit more time on them. Now, if this was just part of an orc army, I would probably spend tops maybe 30-45 minutes per model. And even then I would be doing assembly line painting. Alright, we're going to use some brass scorpion on some of this, just to add some color. But yes, the base coats do help quite a bit with, well, okay, like, here, for example, let's look at this guy. So you can see here, it looks really bright, and then with the undercoat I have, it looks really dark there. So that's a zenithal highlight. So, sprayed all black, and then just from the top, I hit it with white. So that way, it makes all these little details pop. And it kind of gives me a roadmap for where I would want to paint shadows if I was going to be super ambitious with them. Again, see, look, there's no dumb questions at all in this stream. I won't treat any question like it's dumb either. Unless it is just a dumb question. I'm waiting for something from Ty now. Or from Sojan. Or that Luma Luma is lurking and he'll now type in... Now, he'll just go, it's my time. Any painting question, I will not balk at, nor will I just go, you don't know this? Nah, I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. Should I make this some other color? Should I keep this silver, make this bronze? If you could all the pickles and peanut butter, would you still cat? No, I would not cat. Nor would I pickle. So no. Secret Luma. Yeah. Should I make this a certain color? I mean, yeah. Wow. Okay, there's a dumb question. Yes, I should make it a certain color. But what color should I make this? Like that. You just do that to that. No, I think my tongue is more of a Sagittarius today, so Jan. So, what do you think I should do for this? Yeah, let's get... You lost video? Did anyone else or just Ty? African or European swallow? Alright, thanks for swinging by, Golden Ghosty. See you, yeah, probably on Dawn stream at some point. Yeah, what do you think? Yellow? Video's okay for you? Alright. Sorry, Ty. Actually, while we're thinking about that, I'm going to paint these. His boots look very Klingon right now, like with the extra toe spike on them. Okay. Sorry, Ty. Need to leave and come back. Go right ahead. Yeah, we'll obviously still be here for a few more minutes. And actually, I'll probably do this. Okay, so yeah, yellow. Well, hey, let's go with fire lizard yellow. Thank you. So we'll go fire lizard yellow, and then try to let this dry quick. And then I can do a wash over it so my cousin can see the magic of these fabled washes I've been talking about all damn stream. Then maybe while that's drying, I'll work on the face mask a little bit. Which, yeah, I'm going to kind of copy some of the box art a little bit. Because I like it. So I'm going to go with it. So I need my white, or at least a white. Thought I had one down here, but I don't. I don't feel like opening up this. Let's see if I used this one before. Yep, okay. I'm gonna go with nuclear white. from Green Stuff World. Ooh, yeah, you need to mix the hell out of that. There we go. Very separated. Like it actually almost looked kind of like Elmer's glue when you let it sit in a bottle for too long. But then again, I have not used this paint in a long time, so... So yeah, kind of dummy thick right now. But at least I can build up the white very slowly on this. Yeah. He does, but then there's going to be a flame jaw right down here. So there's another like section here that I'm gonna actually probably do in maybe just to be silly, use one of my color changing paints called The Ground is Lava on it. And work it around here. So he kind of sports a Punisher look. Alright. I think that is dry enough. Alright, so let's get our Agrax Earthshade going here. Go ahead and use this one. Yeah, I've actually like only used like 2 brushes the entire night tonight. And here we'll just do Oh, dang it, I forgot to paint his starter. Oh, well. Yeah, as you can see here, this is... You're still here, cuz. Oh, well, thank you for the raid, Sovereign Painting. Nice of you to stop by. As you can see, I am just working on my commandos tonight. Specifically, the Burna Boy. Whog! Yeah, I've had this squad since it first came out, and just finally now getting to it on stream, just to use it as motivation to get it all done. Yep, that's the point of it. How was your stream tonight, Sovereign? Building stream. All right, cool. What were you building? Got about 1,500 points of Aldari today. All right, cool. Those new models do look pretty awesome, too. So we're grinding through getting this ready for an art. All right, all right. Oh, cool. Sorry. Busy weekend. They're gorgeous and they're actually super easy to build. But it's so much grave plastic, I'm losing it. Well, then I won't even tell you about my, as I'll call it, my box of potential in the closet. Yeah, I got the whole Octarius box set, so I've got, and I see a little spot that I missed here. So I've got my Orc Boys, I have the Death Core that I'm going to do after them, and I even bought the, a second box of the Death Core Krieg, so that way I could make all of the builds for, the Guardsmen. Whereas with at least the Orc Boys, you could make all of the options with the box set. Which I kind of found that a little annoying with the new one. And of course, I'm painting my commandos with purple shirts. So that way they sneaky. But then I'm putting these red rims on the bases, so that way they go faster. I don't know what that's called, but the painting. Trying to follow you, Lobster. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just doing a washover. Yeah, because otherwise this looks all too bright and shiny for orcs. So, got to make it look dingy. And as you can see, the Burner Boy added quite a few scars on there. Fairly happy with how they turned out. And yeah, actually, while I'm thinking about it, since I'm going to... So for the Burner Boy here, for this part here, I'm actually going to do some color change paints. Yeah, no...
There's no such thing as a clean oak.
Yeah, I'm going to actually do a glossy black, which is the Vallejo black, on that. And then next time, because yeah, actually I'm hitting about my limit here for streaming. Just kind of starting to get kind of tired. I will use some color shift paints from Turbo Dork, just to give it a fun effect. Right now, I've got to get it a nice glossy black. Yeah, right now. Yeah, there's how all of that turns out now with the wash on there. Makes it look good and dingy.
Hello there.
Well, hey, Crit Monkey. Nice you guys to drop by. Unless you guys want me to go for just a little bit longer. Thank you. Yeah, pretty good considering I just had the purple and the skin mostly done. I did the scarring on that, so a little longer if you don't mind. Alright, it's late at my computer for 7+ hours. Got a boogie. Well, thank you for following. Sure to drop in again. Alright, sweet. Well, I stream every Monday and Wednesday. And Wednesdays is for Hero Quest, the redone one from Avalon Hill Games. And then Mondays are Warhammer. Just for a point of reference. Let's see. Well, since I realized I forgot to paint this, let's go ahead and slap some paint on that. Yeah. Try and hit this just a little bit more, some more white. Yeah, maybe we'll just kind of take that as a hint. Well, thank you for following, Friendly Pyro. I wanted to think thoughts, but I can't. Good stream to follow on, too, considering that it was the Burna Boy. So, but, yeah, I feel like I'm starting to kind of drag a little bit myself. So, thank you for the raid, everybody. I appreciate it. Always happy to have new followers. And, yeah, come back on Wednesday. I will continue my work on the elf here from Hero Quest, which there's actually how the wash dried on her feather cape. So, yeah, good stream, everybody. I'd raid somebody, but I'm actually kind of tired myself right now, but I will promise that we will raid somebody on Wednesday, because I'll have hopefully 2 parties raid me. That is if Dawn's feeling better, Ty. Yeah, good talking. Good hanging out with you on Sunday, too. So, but alright, I'll let everybody go. Sweet. Looking forward to it. And you're on tomorrow night, too, right, Crypt Monkey? Yeah, and if anybody else here hasn't, follow Crypt Monkey Studios. And I'll give a follow back to our Raiders, because that's only... It's common courtesy. So, but yeah... Thank you for swinging by, everybody. And, alright, yeah, tomorrow at 6:30. Sweet. So, thanks for swinging by, everybody. And just remember to keep painting.